Hello, my name is Kelly Morrissey. I have been teaching ESL literacy in Ontario, Canada for about 7 years. I'm here today to review a new book that's just come out from Nancy Callan of Callan's Jigsaws called Callan's Beginner Essentials. I had the privilege of helping to pilot some pages from this book before it came out, and I knew as soon as I started piloting that I had to have the book. So I'm really pleased that it's out now and I have my copy. So I want to just start first by telling you the two things right off the bat that I like most about the job that Nancy Callan has done on this book. She has gone to great lengths to ensure that the images used are not ambiguous to the students. I appreciate that. The other thing she's done is she has done her best to ensure that high frequency words have been used to exemplify sounds and letters, not low frequency words. So when you're working on the P sound, you may find P is for pencil or P is for pen, but not P is for porcupine. And I really do appreciate that because we know that not all publishers pay attention to those details. That makes so much difference in the lives of us ESL literacy teachers. Okay, I want to start by just reading the to the teacher part of the introduction. Callan's Beginner Essentials is designed for students with very little knowledge of the English alphabet. It uses common short words to exemplify sounds and letters. Every attempt has been made to minimize words that do not follow standard spelling conventions. Okay, right there, thank you, be still my heart, is a third thing I appreciate so much because I cannot stand it when I am working with literacy learners and we have a page from a book and I am striving to teach them patterns and rules that they can trust until, well, for the most part, they can trust. And I do end up explaining exceptions to them eventually. But in the beginning, I really want a lot of examples of words that follow the rules, not, I don't want to have to turn around 2 times, 3 times in a lesson and say, oops, sorry, let's scratch that one out. It breaks the rule. So I start with CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant words, and then we branch out into silent E words. And finally, we end up working on vowel teams. When 2 vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. The second one is silent. So I really appreciate that she has paid attention to that detail. Okay, continuing. Picture pages. You can practice sight recognition. Students fill in the words they know before listening. You can practice listening with these pages. Students listen to the teacher and fill in the blanks. You can practice skimming and scanning with these pages. Teacher says, I say the word, you say the number. And you can practice reading. Students repeat the words, then read them to each other. And there are grammar pages. So not only is this a book with which you can practice and help your students with decoding skills and phonemic awareness and learning to associate certain sounds with certain letters and letter combinations, but also you're going to have an opportunity to practice some of the most basic grammar structures with your students, which makes it the opposite of some other books. Actually, there are not that many out there. There's one old book that I can think of that is a little bit like this one, but it does not include grammar structures. So it's a boring book. But this packs so much value into these pages. Okay, so some of the grammar structures that you'll be able to practice with your students using this book. What is it? It's a do you blank with a verb? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Is it a? Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Is there a? Yes, there is. No, there isn't. On this page, is there a blank? Yes, there is. No, there isn't. How many? What are they? Do you have a? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Do you blank a lot? Are there any? some final sounds. There's a consonant review. It just goes on and on. We have some pure dictation. And it starts out in the front of the book, beginning of the book, let's say pages 1 through 81, you have a template the students follow on what the pattern is, what the expected pattern is. But after page 78, there's no template to follow. The students know by now what's expected, which is pretty cool. All right, so I want to just give you an example. First, on page 1, we are comparing B with D. Then page 2, again, B with D with some grammar. Then B, C, D, and F. And then I want to show you page 4, B, C, D, and F with some added grammar. So the grammar is, do you blank? And the student would answer, yes, I do, or no, I don't. Do you come to school by cab? This is the exemplar. Yes, I do. Do you come to school by? Picture of a car. Do you come to school by? Picture of a bike. Do you come to school by? Picture of a bus. Do you come to school by? Picture of a foot. So I just think that's brilliant. So yeah, so much packed into this slender volume. And I consider this, Beginner Essentials is an essential. I consider this to be a must-have book for ESL literacy teacher in Canada or elsewhere teaching English. So I have my copy now. My school has bought one. And as soon as my colleagues who teach literacy and lower level see it, I think they're going to want one for their classrooms as well. And I highly recommend it. I think it's going to be just a standard for every school and every literacy classroom as a teacher to have. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.